Okay. Welcome back to the second episode of Monday Morning Chill on this fine Monday. And we've got a new guest to the show. First time. You might have heard of this project, through the grapevine a little bit before, because we have had Jane, who is also part of Everstake, on one of our roundtables talking about Attic Lab and what they were doing. But today we're going to be focused mostly on Everstake, and we're welcoming Alina. So welcome to the show, Alina. How are you?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Pretty good. So Alina, I'm the segment lead of the Everstake company, and we will talk today a bit more about Everstake. Yeah.
So I don't know, like, it's your first time on the show, so I kind of want to ease into it a little bit. I don't want to throw you on the spot with the tough questions too fast, but why don't you just tell us a little bit about you, Alina? Like how did you get into the blockchain space? How did you get interested in it? I actually just participated last weekend in the first Eden on EOS election, which you might know about if you have associations with Attic Lab. And it's no secret, there was actually a couple of jokes made about it, but it's no secret that there aren't very many women in the blockchain space. And so I just kind of want to know, what brought you in here in this space that isn't always, the most hospitable. I think people are really nice, but it's not necessarily easy to get, to become a part of the crypto blockchain space. Maybe for artists and NFT creators, it's becoming more uncommon, but doing like actual running projects and these types of things, it must have been a little bit difficult at times. So maybe an introduction and what it's been like for you.
Okay. Actually, I've got into the blockchain quite by accident, actually, because I wanted to start working in some IT companies, but then I got some. I started working at Everstake as an account manager, and then Everstake company started to introduce such thing as the dedicated teams to each blockchain. As at Everstake, we have more than 45 blockchains in mainnet and in testnet, and it's quite complicated to monitor everything for one or two persons. So we decided that we need separate teams. So I was the first one who acted as a blockchain manager, the one who monitors everything in the blockchain, who manages the relations between Everstake and the dedicated blockchain. Something like this, yeah.
So for some people who might not know, Attic Lab is a block producer, actually a fairly well-ranking block producer as well, in the EOS space. And I think you guys do a couple other things on some of the other chains. But it's interesting because, like you said, I forget that number already. I have a really bad memory, but you said 50-something different blockchains that you guys are.
45, yeah, 45, more than 45, around something like this. Yes, in mainnet and in testnet.
Yeah, and so you guys are kind of all over the place. I think I was on your site the other day. Like you're working with tons of different blockchains. Some of them like really well known, some of them old, some of them new. You're doing stuff with Solana, you're doing stuff with Chainlink, Ethereum, obviously, Terra, Zilliqa, Polygon. There's a whole bunch. EOS, like Cardano, Polkadot, Icon, Tezos. Like some of these new ones, I'm not even, Qtum. That's like an old one we haven't heard from in a while. Just how did you end up coming to the conclusion that, you were going to branch out into the broader blockchain space from Attic Lab?
Probably as Everstake, everything started from the attic lab, and then we decided to. So to branch out without a chain. So it was starting from Tezos and ICANN, and then it was quite a gradual process that we decided to join our other blockchains. A lot of blockchains invited us to join the Genesis stages. So we are, I don't know. Quite exact number of the chains where we act as a Genesis validator. So where we started validating from the very beginning of the blockchain launch. However, it's quite probably it's most of the chains where we validate. Yeah. I really can say what was the very moment when we decided. It was quite a gradual process that we started to enter more and more chains.
Yeah, very, very cool. And I think you're in a unique position. There aren't very many EOS block producers that have branched out into other chains, especially beyond EOS.io. That I'm aware of, and have actually how their position and in like a lot of EOS block producers even that branched out to other EOS.io chains did so because they were falling out of the rankings and they weren't able to make enough to keep the lights on. So and we talk about other validators and other nodes and things like that sometimes on the show, but it seems to me, I could be wrong, but it seems to me that more people talk or question the block producers in EOS, even from like EOS.io or Telos, that they seem to be like really active. They seem to be there doing things, building things for the network. A lot of block producers, they run their own kind of platform on the side in a way, right? You have Gray Mass, who obviously is building Anchor, right? Gener EOS, which I'm a part of. Like we're working on like social side of things, and came up with EOS Toolkit to get people in and operating. What do you think is the same or is different about some of these other blockchains? Like there are some blockchains that you guys are really active on, and other ones like I know you're active on them all, but are there some blockchains that you guys are really active on? And the community sees you, and other ones that they don't. What's kind of the sentiment across some of these other blockchains?
You mean why we are active? Appear to be more active in some blockchains?
I don't necessarily mean what you do. I mean like how much interaction. Sorry, this is a better way to say it. How much interaction you have with the general community, right? Like in EOS. Attic Lab, for example, they've got quite a bit of interaction with the community. People are always asking them questions. They're helping to build things beyond just being a validator. So in some of these other blockchains, for example, I guess I could give you like a good example. Like nobody really interacts with the people who validate the Bitcoin blockchain, right? Like there's a bunch of they're not block producers, but there's a bunch of validators in China. Nobody really ever talks to them. Right, like they just do their thing and it gets done. They're not really contributing to creating, like in general, en masse. They're not really contributing to creating like new software, things like that. Their sole purpose is to validate the blockchain and do that. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. They do that really well. But then there's other blockchains like Ethereum, for example. And there's a lot of people in Ethereum who are validating, but are also engaging with the community. So I guess what I'm asking is like, are there different levels of interaction by Everstake? Like, do you find that on some chains, maybe you're doing more, but you're speaking to the community less, and on other chains, maybe you're doing less, but you're speaking to the community more? I'm just kind of curious across other blockchains beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, I got your question. Actually, as I mentioned earlier, Everstate decided to introduce the dedicated blockchain team. So it consists of the technical parts and, so to say, community and technical parts. It is the DevOps who manages all the touch part with the infrastructure, and the blockchain manager who manages the communication with the blockchain team, with the community, who is in charge of creating the content for the for the blockchain, and the communication also, as I said. And actually, we strive to be active and help the community in every chain where we are present as a validator, or where we are the active not the community member, but the active network member. Yeah. So it may appear maybe in some chains where, for example, like ICANN or Tezos, where we have been validating or baking for I think a couple of years, and it may seem that we are more active. We made a bigger contribution in terms of the development. For example, in ICANN we have the in ICANN we have the Explorer, the ICANN Vote Monitor. In Tezos we have also the Explorer we made with the team, the test tracker, and the Telegram bot for the delegators from ICANN, Tezos, and a couple of other blockchains. And we're trying to contribute in other blockchain also where we validate. So, for example, we have made the Cosmos scan, Explorer for the Cosmos, also the Oasis monitor for the Oasis network, the current one. We have the development, and we almost finished everything. We're on the final stage, and we are releasing the next, I think, weeks, the Alrond monitor for the Alrond network. Probably you know such network. And for Solana, we also have some products undergoing. And for persistence, also the monitor. So a lot of projects are in the process currently. And this is in terms of the development, supporting the networks with some software, so to say, contribution, which is, of course, very important for the ecosystems of different blockchains. And in terms of the help, the assistance to the community, we're also trying to be to educate the community. We have a lot of articles, the guides, which we're trying to, so to say, enlighten the newcomers about the crypto space, about the blockchain, explaining how everything works, how to stake, and what are the how works the blockchains where we validate. So trying to help the community and the newcomers to understand everything in the network.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you keep up with it all. Like, we always say that the best way that we can keep up with things is to have interviews like this and shows like this. But yeah, it sounds like there's a ton going on. I got a couple more questions. I'm not really sure which way I want to order these, but yeah. So I guess one could look at Everstake and what they're doing as like almost a one-stop shop for being able to maximize your personal interactions with the blockchain, right? Like you can come in here, you can create an account, you can log in, and you can decide which blockchain you want to stake to. I don't know of very many projects that allow you to stake across all of these different blockchains, and you guys are always adding more.
Yeah,
like
we currently. Yeah, sorry. Maybe you first.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to mention that if I'm not mistaken, we have more than 40 projects in the list. So our research team is constantly working on adding new projects to the Everstake team. Everstake as a staking as a service provider. So more to come.
Yeah, I think like there's a few wallets that allow you to stake like different tokens. Some of the wallets that are based on Ethereum allow you to do that, but even then, it's like maximum usually is like 4 or 5. So you guys must have like, you guys must have a small country just full of servers, I would imagine. But I think it's like good. How do you notice, or do you have any numbers on like what region of the world is using this service the most? Is it, or what blockchains are getting the highest percentage of stakers, or which community members from where are seem to be the most active?
Um, I can say probably it's hard to say the most active. We have a lot of delegators from Solana, a lot of from Tezos. This is something like 50,000 users in every this chain. Also, we have 11 pools in Cardano. And where we also have in Cosmos also quite a bunch of delegators choose us in this network. Concerning the most active communities, it's hard to say, but for example, the Alron community is very active. They are very supportive. The Terra community also, they are super active, and our blockchain manager who manages the relations with the Terra community, she said that she's 24/7 in the community chats, because the messages are going. People are communicating all the time, and it's sometimes even hard to monitor everything. But we are trying our best. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, it must be just insane. So, okay, if you are out there and you're listening in the audience, and you have a preference for a blockchain, and if that's not on the list, you're going to get super angry. Or if you can't take the bitter truth at times, then I suggest you plug your ears now, because I'm going to put Alina on the spot. I don't even know if she's going to answer, but I do have to ask this. Do you have a favorite chain, or some chains that you're really excited about right now that you guys are working with?
Oh, quite interesting question.
It's like asking you to choose between all your children, really.
It's quite hard to answer the question, especially we have, as I said, the teams of the blockchains and the segments of our blockchain, because 45 chains is hard to manage everything. And for instance, I am the segment lead of the layer 1 solution blockchain. So I know everything about my chains, and of course I like them, and I will say like Mina is one of the best, or Elrond also. But if we will discuss with our other segment leads and blockchain managers, they will also, I definitely know that they will like enlist the features why this or that blockchain is the best. For instance, probably the one which excites me, the one where we joined as the active validator, it's for example the Mina protocol. It is maybe you heard about the Mina protocol.
I don't know that much about it actually personally, but yeah.
So the Mina protocol is interesting because It is the lightest blockchain. So the weight of the blockchain is about the size of the tweet post, so 22 kilobytes only, and it will not get bigger in any way. So it is the blockchain which could be managed on the cell phone only. So you don't need the hardware, some very hardcore hardware to manage everything. So we are moving with Mina to the blockchains where you can manage everything on your phone just. So they are using the ZK snarks, the zero knowledge snarks. And that is quite, that is amazing, I suppose. I didn't heard about such other blockchains which could be managed on just your cell phone.
This is the face of the person who isn't the smartest in the room, by the way, just in case you're wondering what that looks like. Because but so I'll go, just to be fair. I'll tell you my thoughts. I was really excited about Icon back in the day. I thought what they were doing was really awesome. And I'm a little bit disappointed that they, haven't progressed as far as I thought they would as quickly. Now, that's not to say like I've given up on them and I'm throwing in the towel, because I still think that they have really grand plans in terms of using it for like governmental infrastructure and stuff like that. FIO, I'm kind of a big fan of FIO myself as well. It is EOS.IO based, but I think that they're looking to make blockchain easier, onboarding especially easier. I'm a little bit annoyed with Kusama. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm annoyed with myself for missing the boat on Kusama, because that one seems really promising to me. And I was just like, it's another blockchain. I totally ignored it. There's not really any blockchain here that I like hate or I kind of refuse to use. But just to throw another little random chunk of meaningless wisdom in there. Mina actually in Japanese means everyone. Which is kind of interesting, because the way that you explained it, it's like, it's one of the few blockchains that actually can run on a cell phone, right? And it's very light. It's so light that you can carry it around in your pocket. And I think that this might be a bit of a bottleneck for blockchain and crypto adoption, getting people to put down their cell phones and get on a computer. This really isn't that easy to get, like the majority of people that are used to living on their phones on computers, and in a lot of countries impossible, right? Like a cell phone is much more convenient even than a car in some countries, right? Especially second and third world countries. Everyone has an iPhone, no one has a car, no one has a house, no one has a computer, right?
But the phone we all have, yeah, that's quite interesting, because in Mina, probably not everyone, of course. You have you need to have some touch knowledge. However, you don't need to have these all infrastructure for everything to handle everything. You just need your phone. That's quite interesting, yeah. And like Mina, the translation Japanese, everyone, it's like everyone can use it.
Right? Yeah, it's interesting. I've never actually heard of it before tonight. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know very much about it. So, all right. Well, I mean, I think it's about that time where we should take a little bit of a breather. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this up. We'll go here. Hopefully this goes better than the last time I did this earlier this evening. I wasn't prepared. This is the Uplift world. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but the Uplift world is a metaverse. This is where we live. Well, not we. It's kind of where I live. This is our Gener EOS plot. There's hundreds and hundreds of developed plots and thousands of marked out plots. Of different projects and different people who are coming in here building. I'm helping with the Gener EOS build. It's just a small island in the middle of the sea with some things. But on each of our plots, we have gratitude, basically a gratitude wall. And we come in here and we say what we're grateful for. So Alina, what are you grateful for today?
Grateful for uh I'm grateful for that very accident which brought me to the blockchain sphere, to the cryptosphere, as it is, I suppose, the future. So I'm grateful to be the part of the future of the crypto space, of the blockchain space.
I don't have that many spaces.
Yeah. Okay.
On my these signs have to be a little bit light, as it were, but I'll reword it, and that's very cool. It's interesting because from my perspective, I was talking to someone last night about the 3 things that actually had to happen for me to be in the position where I am now, and they were kind of all key benchmarks in my life that like could have went in a totally complete opposite direction. And if those 3 things didn't align, I probably wouldn't be doing the majority of this. So
Yeah.
It's interesting to ponder, right? Like especially in like coronavirus times, where the world that kind of shut down, and I find like being in the blockchain and crypto space, when things outside always aren't so pleasant, it's almost like an escape in a way, because you kind of can look at the world through
Mhm.
different eyes and think, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
like this is the perfect opportunity for us to grow. You're pulling the good out of the really bad, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's interesting to always ponder, which direction things could have went. For me personally, I'm just really grateful to meet you, and
Yeah. Yeah.
learn about all that you're
Likewise.
doing.
Likewise.
So let's go to Jimmy D's grateful to meet. I'm gonna change it. Interact. Incredibly intelligent. I don't know how to spell. Intellige. Intelligent minds. Such as like Alina. There we go.
Thanks. Thanks.
I
Thanks.
like I mean I'm just in the short time that I've talked to you, like I'm just blown away by how much information like you have. Like I don't have that, and I do the show every day. Like I lose it really quickly, and it's not easy to, like I said, take care of one blockchain. Never mind like all of these other things, right? And like you said, like I'm only an expert on a few of these, but like a few is much more to be an expert on than a lot of people out there. So. Yeah, this is our kind of Jenner EOS plot. I mean, we're another block producer on the EOS blockchain.
Quite interesting. I've been playing to Minecraft. I don't know, a couple of years ago, but a little bit. Some building some stuff. Yeah, well, that's quite
Yeah, well,
interesting.
I would love to have you guys in here. I don't know if you know what this is. This is the Uplift world, and the Uplift world is basically Minecraft. Well, in my general view, it's a Minecraft-based metaverse that operates in a way on the blockchain. So we have kind of another layer that allows people to basically have ownership of their little pieces of land. So you can go in, and you can normally in a normal Minecraft server, you can go in and you can break whatever you want, you can destroy whatever you want, you can take whatever you want. But all of these plots of land that you can see here are all protected buy, an NFT that resides, within your possession. So no one can come and take your stuff or destroy it. I mean, you can whitelist other players. And the best part about this is we're pioneering a play to earn ecosystem here, where every time you're in the world and you're running around and you're looking at things and you're interacting with people, you are actually being rewarded in wax and uplifting, which is pretty cool. And like, there's different people are doing different things, but it's just great because we see all of these different blockchains and people coming in and projects coming in and building and all these new communities that are popping up and holding events. I mean, it's really interesting, different types of things. And honestly, like, I would love to see you guys in here. If it's something that you're, I'm sure you say, I played a little bit of Minecraft, but you're probably a genius. You built towers that had incredible, mind altering powers and capabilities. But yeah, like, I would love to see Everstake, because I think it would be a really important showcase, actually, to be able to put all of the projects that you guys are working on down here together on the same level, and get away from that whole situation where everyone is always constantly arguing about which block.
Probably I'll need to a month to build everything. Maybe the badges only of the blockchains where we participate, and so the Everstake company in Minecraft. It's a ton of time, probably.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, the cool thing about it is, like, there's so many great builds in here. Yeah, and a lot of people have actually even hired builders or people to help them out.
Yeah, I heard.
Which is, really great.
Yeah, I've heard the news about the Tolkien world on Minecraft from the Lord of the Ring. I was stunned by the picture I saw, because like, to build the world of Lord of the Ring in Minecraft, for me it's like mind blowing. What is going on?
Yeah, and I mean, some of the builders that are in here are like old school, know how to build stuff. It's even some of the people on our team. But yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Like, I had never actually played before. Kind of Corey kind of got me into it, which is our co-host on the show, but he's away for the weekend. But yeah, like, we had been doing the show for a while, and then Corey kind of got me into it, which is our co-host on the show, but he's away for the weekend. But yeah, like, we had been doing the show for a while, and then Corey kind of got me into it.
Oh?
Is that me or you?
Yeah.
Was that me or you?
I don't know. Maybe it's me. Sorry.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah, see, because it's always me. Like, usually I do this like once a week at least, sometimes more, where I forget about the YouTube channel running in the background. So I'm like, which one is it? I didn't know.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Where was I? I was looking for something here. Like, if you go over to the Uplift World's homepage, you can see all the amazing things that these people are doing in our blog. I don't know, like, have you seen our awesome trailer yet? Have you seen this?
Unfortunately, no.
Let's watch it. I think we can watch it. I mean, hopefully it'll play well. Let's see. I'm not sure if we have it loaded in here or not. If we have it loaded in, it's much better, because that will show up. Nope. It's not loaded in. All right. Well, anyway, we'll play it from here and we'll see what happens. Yeah, so that's
Oh.
kind of what we're, focused on, and what our
I haven't heard about the Minecraft and the blockchain connection. How you guys managed to make the NFTs on the Minecraft? That's quite interesting. Probably I have to read up something, the info about this.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's again, our founder had this idea that, like, it came from when he used to play, and somebody came and destroyed his gratitude monument. They had this like gratitude monument, and him and some of his other friends used to be in here and doing stuff, and somebody just flew over and blew it all up, and he's like, well, that sucks. Like, that's like, it's all gone the next day. Yeah. And so he had this idea that he was telling everybody about, and nobody would really listen to him. And then he met N Blue, and they had a conversation. N Blue loved it. N Blue's another friend of ours, and working in the space. And it just all came about, and it's just amazing to watch like the communities grow and the people that get in here and the things that are coming out of it. Like, we're doing some pretty amazing things. I will say that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the things that we're doing in this world are just absolutely astonishing. But what makes it better is that the people who have come into this world and embraced it and made it their own, that are running events, that are using this world to create amazing buildings. But not only are they using it to create amazing buildings, they're using it to display just amazing art, and showcase artists, and run community networking events, and use it for people to get to know various blockchains and various things. And I mean, it's just like scarily beautiful, actually, that one. So it's just really like amazing to see what people have done with this world. And I'm humbled every day by all of these great people in here that are making it impossible for me to keep up with what's happening in the uplift world. Which is kind of my job, is to keep up with that. So, but for me, it all goes back to that, foundational principle of what blockchain represents and what blockchain means. And, with what you guys are doing over there at Everstake, I mean, before blockchain, nobody ever got a share of the bank profits. Right, like essentially that's what it is, right? You're depositing some tokens into a contract, or you're staking it through Everstake platform, and you're getting a return, right? Like, you're getting a return of the profits, right? And that's like game changing, really, right? Like you usually pay money to deposit your money into the bank, right?
Yeah, when I trying to explain where I'm working and what I'm doing, and what is what's doing the company where I work, my close friends, they are like, probably it's a scam. Maybe you didn't want to tell us this. It's you can get that all. It can be that perfect, that good, that's amazing. I'm just, don't believe me. We'll see in 5 years.
Right. Yeah. Like, there's for sure, there's tons of scams out there. I mean,
Yeah.
And I think the more of a public figure you are, the more scams affect you, actually, in a way. And it's a little bit scary. Of course. So walk us through a little bit, because for people who don't know, when you go over here to Everstake and you create your account, explain how this works. So you log in, and you create your account, and then you're able to stake tokens to these blockchains, or you're able to stake them to a centralized wallet, or you send them to a contract. Do you still hold them in your account? How does this process work? Is it the same across all blockchains, or does it depend upon the blockchain?
The signing button means that actually the users cannot stake with the Everstake website. So this is the function where this is not for all the blockchain. We haven't managed to include all the blockchains where we validate. It's only for example, Tezos, Icon, and some other blockchains, probably Cosmos. You may log in, and then you may monitor your rewards, the statistics, and some of the staking details. So this is the tool made for the monitoring. However, you cannot stake through the Everstake. You can go to the wallet. I don't know, some wallet of some blockchain, and then choose the Everstake in the list of validators or block providers or staking providers, whatever it's called in the blockchain, and choose Everstake as the provider. However, you cannot do this using our website.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Like, so it says here, digital assets.
We do not manage, we do not control any of the assets. So we do not have any control of the validators' assets.
So yeah, you're basically just
delegators.
ensuring. Well, I guess you're just providing visibility in a sense, then, right?
Providing visibility.
Like, so the user will link their account, like to Everstake, and then what happens? They're able to see all of the other platforms that they have staked on in one place. Is that the general idea?
Yeah, if you have to connect your wallet, and you will see the not all the blockchains where we validate. It is in the progress. However, you can see the stats on the chosen network. So you can see the statistics, your staking statistics in the account.
Okay, and so why should people use Everstake? What benefits does it provide them that they wouldn't get if they didn't use Everstake?
It's quite easy to answer because the Everstake is a reliable validator. We are one of the best validators worldwide with the most almost the biggest number of stakers. We have about 425,000 people who trust us, who trust their assets to us, and about at the moment probably 5.6. It may change, but currently 5.6 billion dollars are staked for us in digital assets. When you stake with Everstake, you can be sure that you will get your reward because our average uptime rank, our performance is close to 99.99%. So you can be sure that your assets won't be slashed. Your assets will be working for you. You will get the reward that you want. Also, we can. No, probably not the. I wanted to mention that with Everstake, you also have a lot of the development products that we have. For example, the Telegram bot you may use, also like the our website, so you can log in there, connect your wallet, and see the staking details. Something like this, yeah.
So do you want to explain your reward structure a little bit? Like you already explained that like they're very reliable because of your 99.9% tick rate. But like how do people who are using your platform, how do the reward structures work other than just being automatic?
The reward structure, it's quite hard to explain on to take the average answer, because in different blockchain it works in different way. Because I don't know how to explain this moment, because using our platform, quite interesting question. I don't know how to explain this, because
yeah. So I guess it kind of depends on
in
the.
Algorand, users get the reward daily. It depends on the network, yeah, because in Algorand we have daily rewards. In Mina we have once per 2 weeks, and it really depends. In other networks it could be once per some minutes. So it depends. The reward, the structure really depends on the network, about the network we are talking about.
So they're pretty much showing up in real time then. Like what people see on the internet, like there's no delay, there's no like it's pretty much showing up in real time.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to let us know? Because like, you know, I don't want to ask you another too difficult question. That's but yeah, like you can come on here, you can check out, go to everstake.one. You can come, you can read about the blog, which will give you. I don't know why this isn't working. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, so all of your updates are here, and you can filter by coin. You can go through and you can read all of these, or whatever you know, is something that, you know, appeals to you. You've got a variety of languages, obviously, that are posting here. So definitely, if you're going to be using the platform, probably a good idea to keep up to date here with everything that's going on. You know, a whole list of other features up here that people can interact with. Is there anything that like you would kind of like to leave the people with about, you know, the platform, or you know, what you guys are doing or what you guys are planning?
We are, as I mentioned earlier, we are currently working on the development of some blockchain explorers and other products. And for example, for Solana, we are in the process of production, and the Algorand Explorer. Actually, I don't know what to add more. I remembered about the FIO. You said that you are interested in FIO, and we are an active validator there too. And they are planning to start the staking, if I'm not mistaken, in October or probably the next month. So I hope you'll start staking also. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like really excited to see what happens in general. So I guess as a final question, then let's go away from Everstake and a little bit. What is it? I guess, you know, going back to the beginning, you said that you got kind of into the blockchain space by accident, but you were always like interested in the technological side of things, and you know, that's kind of what you wanted to do. But now, having been in this space for a while, you know, working for a successful company, even though you're, you know, beyond blockchain friends don't believe that you're working for a successful company. They think you're a scammer, which you are definitely not. But yeah, like what is it that excites you the most about the future that we're going to see in blockchain?
That's interesting question. Yeah, I'm excited to see more use cases of the blockchain. For example, the most recent, which not like blowed my mind, but it was it amazed me, because for example, Algorand network, they participated in the Untold Mega Festival. It's the music festival held in Europe, and people, attendees, could buy the tickets using the Elrond mobile wallet. So they could purchase the ticket for the quite offline, non-blockchain event using the crypto asset EGLD in the Mayar wallet, the mobile wallet. And then after the purchase, they could get the some collectibles, some NFTs in their marketplace, something like this. So it's amazing. Like we are living in this century where in the time when you can buy the ticket to the offline, not the blockchain actually related event using your crypto assets. So it's the real use case of the crypto, the crypto money, the digital money. And I would like to see what will happen in a year. Probably it will also it will blow our minds. I'm sure that there are some ideas, some people with great ideas about new use cases for the blockchain, and I'm just waiting for it to come up and to know more about it. So yeah, I think the blockchain future is quite big, and I hope more and more people will read about it, will know more about it, and will not tell me that, oh, blockchain crypto, it's some scam. I hope
Right.
we have less and less people like that.
One of my favorite interviews of all time actually is with Dee from the Oxymorons. You see on the screen, and I'm not sure if you're aware of this. A lot of
Yeah.
times we get so busy in our own projects that we don't always have time to keep up with others, and we make crucial mistakes on the live stream in terms of understanding something that we shouldn't have made. I wonder who would have done that. And so this one actually is Yoshi Drops, and like you said, this is one of the reasons that I'm excited about this as well, because we've got all of these artists who are featured here on the site that are offering these kind of collectibles. But like you, I kind of feel like, I can't wait for the day where every music ticket that I buy is an NFT, right? Like every concert ticket that I buy is an NFT. Every, I would love to see a world where I buy an NFT, I get a barcode that I can scan to get into the show. And after that, I get my very own, bootlegged copy of that show or parts of that show airdropped to me right to my account so that I can listen to it. Really interesting things like this.
Yeah,
maybe
I
merchandise
think,
that goes out,
yeah, I would name maybe 2021 the year of NFT, something like
Right.
that.
Yeah, it's definitely we're definitely living in an interesting times where I think everything that we know about the world and interacting with it and collecting is going to completely be redefined. So, but yeah, I thank you, Alina, for coming in, and please come and join us, here or on some of the other channels that we do, like maybe over on a roundtable. I would love to have you, show up over there someday and we're trying to connect with other blockchains, beyond what we're using, and mostly we're in EOS.io technology right now, but there's a lot of interesting things coming, right? Like and I'm a really big fan of trying to get the most pertinent information that is real, not listen to the FUD and not overhype things. I mean, every blockchain is always going to have its issues, right? I mean, look at Solana. It's one of the fastest blockchains, one of the fastest growing blockchains, one of the most highly valued blockchains. And, they were taken out for 16 hours the other day because of some issue, right? And of course, the price took a little bit of a dip, but people are still bullish on it, and they're still working and building. And there's, I think, a lot more to come from a lot of these blockchains that are just going to be really good. And I like the fact that you're just so well versed in so many of them, which isn't often the case. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation. I was
Sharing
glad to be here with you. Thank you.
But yeah, we'll definitely hopefully have you back on again sometime. And yeah, so for all of you out there who watch, thank you. Share this around. If you know anyone else that's doing things above and beyond, come and join us. This is my second stream of the evening. Many of you know I did an earlier one with John Williamson, who was in the Eden elections and now working on Violet Garden, which is a new social app, the social app that they're deeming what voice should have been. So definitely go check that one out. And then come back in about, 4 hours, come back in about 2 hours. In about 2 hours, I'll be on here again with Jen, and we're gonna kind of do a walkthrough of picture installs inside the Uplift. So if you guys have any questions about how to submit your forms or get your pictures up there, come hang out, and we'll be sure to try to answer them in the live comments. Again, thanks for bearing with me. 3 streams, a little bit heavy, so my mind's a little bit all over the place. But we'll see you guys all again. Thank you so much, and please wish the best of luck. Go do a little bit of research into Everstake and see if you can make some of those rewards yours.
Okay. Yeah. Bye. Thank you for the invitation.